All right, welcome to the Manifesto about how to create a small business online as an introverted person and artist, if you will. Right now, we will have a conversation about why I decided to start a small online business. And if you think about create an online business, in the most of the cases, it's better we start a small online business than an online business. Yeah, can sounds like the same thing, but sometimes starting small can be the thing who will make you at least start. And on the on the way of our conversation here, you will understand. My name is Lucas, and that's it. My name is Lucas. All right. So I will talk about the reasons. First of all, I will talk about the reasons. Uh, first of all, if you is a introverted person, shy person who don't like to be around of people so much, have social anxiety and so on, this maybe is the quote unquote solution to have a career, to have a job. And this manifesto here is called the introverted CEO. All right, because an introverted person sometimes because they are more introspected, more quiet and so on. Sometimes they think because the society in the normal way to think, if you will, they think like, yeah, I'm an introvert, so I can do something great or something big or something small sometimes. And I hope you hearing this, you can feel a will to start something because maybe you already know what you want to start, but you feel like, dude, but it's just me who wanna to start this, who think like this and so on. And maybe this will help you to think more clearly, to help you think about things who you don't are aware, and that's it. So why I why I start a small online business using my smartphone? This is another point. I'm recording this for you using my smartphone and a cheap earphone who my dad gives to me, and will be interesting talking about this. Your parents gave to you something and so on. Will be an interesting conversation. I want to make this the most personal and quote unquote real possible because when I saw a person who have a fancy equipment, a fancy background and so on, is cool, is amazing. We see what is possible get, but at the same time, maybe unconsciously, I think, dude, I don't have this yet. I don't have this at my disposal, so maybe I can't. This is something who I don't know if you think like this, if you already thought like this. This don't means you need a fancy equipment and so on, but sometimes it's an unconscious thing. So I'm trying my best to show for you that without any quote unquote fancy equipment and so on, you can start things. At least start things. Because I'm not saying this is a great point. A small line business, it's a business, it's a way to work who don't will make billions. Probably don't will make billions, but billions in your bank account, hundreds, tons of millions, and so on. But will pay your bills, will pay your lifestyle, will give to you money to you have a cool life, to you can go out and go to a cool place, take some drinks, eat something good, buy something cool for you, and so on. But I'm not talking like you buying a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Honda Civic is the most I like, Honda Civic. And I'm not talking about this. It's possible you do this? Of course, why not? However, I'm talking like you starting small, but if you just having the possibility to even leave your current job, who you sometimes you don't like, or you are feeling unappreciated or undervalued, and I will think about this to start my small line business, and maybe you want to start your small line business because you feel unappreciated at all, and this is hard. And okay, I'm just laying down here on my bedroom, just chill, taking a coffee, uh, smoking some shit, but I don't recommend that. However, this is the beauty of you have your own business, your small line business, because you can do whatever you want and serve your clients. Maybe you will become a client of mine, or you already is, and this is amazing. I hope provide to you amazing things, amazing value, for real, for real. And okay, so why I decide to start a small line business? What the main reason? What the thing who uh, pulled the trigger? What? Why I decide that? Actually, I don't decide to start a small line business first. I decided to start an online business. And the difference was because many years ago, like I say to you, I'm an introverted person. And if you is an introverted person, you know, shy person and so on and so forth, you already know that we have a problem with starting conversation with strangers, meeting new peoples, and social skills in self, problems with social skills. And many years ago, after a breakup, it's funny because the majority of people who I saw, they have a major change in their lives is when they had a breakup and they suffer pain and so on, and they start new things. This is funny. This is funny because this is quite real. And I start after this breakup, I start to learn about, I found on internet about social skills and so on. uh, pick up girls, and those type of things to have more confidence in myself and so on. And all right, so I start to learn about this and works. After I get this skill, I start to think about, well, if if I'm helped, exist other guys out there who need this and don't have any help, because I had friends on my life who unfortunately don't are on earth more. They finish their lives, and you understand, because of breakups and so on. So I start to think about how I can do this, like teaching this. And by the way, it's important to say that pandemic don't are happening around the world on this moment, this time of thinking about uh, teaching and realization. I don't think about create an online business, actually. Not a online business, not a small online business. I just think about help for more fake than can sounds, because maybe some person who will hear this can think, nah, you just think about make money and so on. No, actually no. On the beginning, I don't think about make money, because this is important also. Says, if you is an artist too, a person who have creativity, who likes to use your creativity to writing, to speaking, even in an audio like that, or you like to do designs, you like to use a creative work, you already know that you don't think about money. You think more about create cool things and expressing yourself. And money don't is the thing who make you start things, but on the along of the way you start to realize that money is important to you continue, because you have bills and so on. But let's start small and step by step to we understand, because I'm not have a script here. I'm just talking heart to heart, and let's brainstorm the ideas. All right, so I start to think about this, like I said to you, create a way to teach other guys. And before this, I worked on beach. I'm from Brazil, and I worked on beach selling coconuts, drinks, water. Uh, Water is a drink, but anyway, you understand. Alcoholic drinks, water, beers, and so on. And I had this work, but in some moment, I start to see things who really bothered me, for real, because near of my store, other persons selling coconuts and so on, things who is like the things who I sell and so on, but start a competition who I started to see in a way who I thought, I thought, dude, those guys are fighting for $1, for one real, for one penny, creating a toxic environment, a toxic thing, because one penny. And I start to get really, really bothered and really. unhappy with that situation. While I'm learning about how I can become a person who can teach and speak and so on, communication skills and so on. To I teach, but I don't start to working to teaching this. I'm just learning. But I was really unhappy with that job. A great job, amazing job because on the beach meeting a lot of persons, and to an introvert was a great tra- uh, trainment, a great training. But I was really unhappy, and this was on 2019. I think 2019. Yeah, 2019. The end, and pandemic starts on this moment. Pandemic start, and like you already know, a lot of places was closed. Anyone on the streets, on the beach, uh, no one, zero, no legs, nothing. And my store started to lose their customers because no one was on the beach to buy nothing. And I had to pay rent and so on, and things get really hard. And I start to think about, dude, how let me see just if these are recording to just to yeah, are recording. So I start to think about, dude, this is not for me. I'm not happy at all here, and you know I'm done. One day, this is the day who the turning point. One day I came to my work on the beach, and I store closed at my store who start to see I'm selling well. I had a lot of clients because I always try to make my clients feel at ease with me. Not always I I could make this happen, but on the majority of the times I I could do that, like turning my clients in friends and so on. And I already have relationships with my clients, business, uh, conversations, and so on. It was a pretty good thing. And a competition of my store saw I'm selling well, and they start to selling the same items who I was selling. Like their core business was selling foods, and they start to see I'm selling drinks and so on, and they start to sell drinks and the same things who I was selling, and was more cheap than mine. And unfortunately, my clients, my loyal clients, don't are on the beach more because the pandemic and so on. So the clients who appears, few clients who appears, they looking for price. They don't are looking for a conversation, relationship with the seller, and so on. No, they want to just buy the things, the shits, and go to their homes, and that's it. Life follows their course. Okay, so the situation gets really, really tough. The situation gets really, really tough. And I start to get not more unhappy just, but unhappy and upset. Unhappy and upset. And by the way, I learned to speak the basics of English because I study about these social skills and so on. So because of that, I learned to speak the basics of English. So good for us. All right. So I'm telling to you about all those things to you get a context about what is this and how you know about this and so on. You know. So stay with me. You will understand and will make a difference in your life. At least I really hope so hard. All right. So one day I came to my work on the beach and I put a radio to music playings and so on. To I get distracted, making a making the environment less heavy because happening those shits like pandemic and everyone is scared, me too. And I put this music to play. And my dad came to my work. Actually, this work my dad helped me to get. And my dad saw I learned this thing about teaching those things, and he said, you have to pay attention on your work and so on. Don't stay in your phone and so on. Pay attention to the clients. And I agree. I agree. But I already know inside me, my intuition, if you will, say to me, Luca, uh, dude, this is done. This is done. Start to looking for something else because this is done. All right. So on this day, who I put the music to play and so on, have a good time on the best who I could. My dad came to my work, and he said, uh, turn off this because this music are loud and so on will make the clients don't get here, don't come to here and so on. And the competitioner on my side are seeing this scene and like laughing, and I get fully tilted, fully upset, angry, and I say to my father, here's the key, Dad. Here's the key of the refrigerators, the store. Take and gave to the owner because I'm done. For real, I'm done. I can't more. I can't more, and this is it. Like Michael Jackson, this is it. So he asked to me, "You have certain about this? You are sure?" Like like when we bought something, some program or something like that, and the program, are you sure we want to delete this? And even when we sure, but we start to doubt, like, I'm really sure. Anyway, and I say to him, yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Take. And I go to my home without believe that I did that because on this job I make a good money. I don't had any problems with money because I make money every single day. So I always had money to buy me things, to buy me cool clothes, not expensive clothes or expensive lifestyle, quote unquote lifestyle, but I already had cool money to do my things. Don't have any preoccupation, worry about money. But I started to think on my home, when I came to my home and so on, I started to think about my decision. I already did that, dude. Oh my god. Maybe I get the wrong decision. Maybe I rush things and so on. And I started to stretching my, my head, my hair, and so on. And, oh, dude, what I do, what I did. But I thought was done. All right, was done. And I start to think, all right, what I can do now? What I will do? Because I, I can't stay without money. No, because when you when you get used to have money, I'm not talking about millions or something like that, but when you had a financial life handled in some extent, you don't want to more stay without money. Period. No, you don't want more. And this is something who really scares you. On that time, I had a relationship, I had a girlfriend, and I started to really think about what I will do because I can't stay without money. And I started to think, well, okay, I will put in, in the game my learnings, my things, so I learn, and let's see what happened. And I got really frustrations, really, because I start to recording things like that, who I recording to you, and this is interesting. I'm saying to you with all the certain. I really believe that you have knowledge who you can share, sell, make money with. However, what are happening is you had a problem creating a way, not is the offer the word, but you had problems creating a way to sell this knowledge. And this was my problem because I started to recording audios and so on, to talking about things, relationship things and so on. And I start to get comments on YouTube like, dude, this is amazing. Thanks, uh, thank God because I found that, and I don't hearing about this on this way in anywhere and so on. And I really felt those guys because I talk about guys about that dating and relationship and guys like me, introverted and shy guy, shy person, and those guys are really uh, what the word, really grateful, really grateful because the content. And I started to think, well, okay, this is cool, this is amazing, but how I can make money with this? How I can make money? And I start to offer uh, mentoring and consultation. Like, well, if you want to learn about this and so on, you can call me on Instagram, and we can make calls. You will pay this, and we will have calls. I will help you in anything we want. This is the calls will be I think on the moment was 7 calls, and 7 calls to we talk about whatever you want to get my help, and I started to do this, and I really I really make really good results. Good results for real. Was amazing because those guys came to me without any confidence, sad, low self-esteem, and so on. And after days passing and I speaking with those guys and so on, those guys send to me testimonials. I don't even like ask for. They send to me on WhatsApp like, dude, looking this, send the pictures with a girl, they happy, holding hands and so on. And I thought, look, this is amazing. This is amazing. And when I got my first sale, the first sale is the unforgettable. When the first guy appeared to me saying, yeah, I wanted to buy this. I wanted to buy this. How I can do, how I can pay, and so on. I don't believe. I don't believe. I think, dude, this really works. This really works. I can't believe. Not. I don't ask for 1,000 and so on. Was cheap. Was cheap price. I think was 7 grand. I think something like that. 17 grands, something like that. And the guy pays and so on. And one of those guys who I helped and sent pictures, helping them. They send pictures back with girls, relationship, and feeling confident. Nice guys and so on. And I thought, yeah, my business starts. Okay. However, the problem starts because to a person teach about those things, relationship and dating, and I'm talking about this to you again to get a context, to understand, because it's really important to say about this, talking about this. Whatever the thing who you will teach, who you share, if you don't have certain, if you don't have confidence in what you are speaking, it will become really hard to maintain, to keep. And I started to had a lot of problems with my girlfriend because I don't are making enough money, and I started to drive myself crazy because yeah, I'm making some money, but this is even less than I thought, because I have a certain type of time on my day to to speak, to talk with those guys. So I'm stuck on a certain quantity of money, and I start to put all my energy to learn how I can make my business sell more and so on. And I could uh, give attention to my girlfriend, and she don't get happy with this at all. Don't get. She start to asking me, you don't are giving me attention and so on and blah 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 blah. And I say to her, baby, uh, I'm focusing on my business because this is our future, and this is my work. This is my job. I don't have my beat job anymore. You already know that. I'm focusing on my future, on this opportunity. You had to understand. Well, she don't understand at all. She don't understand. And we break up. She break up with me. No, it's better. I need space and so on. And we already know what is this. I need space. This I don't want to stay with you anymore. And things get really, really hard to me handle because I lost all my confidence. I lost all my drive. Like how I started to think how I can teach guys about dating and those things, confidence and so on. How I can taught this if I can't keep my girlfriend with me. I start to feeling fake. I start to feeling the quote unquote imposter syndrome. I start to feeling a liar. And I decide, dude, I can't do that. I can't do that. Stay with that. I help a lot of guys, not a lot, but I help a decent amount of these guys, and they are happy, but I'm not because I start to think, dude, I could do that more because like I say to you, I start to feeling fake and so on. So I start to think, what I will do now because I start to think I don't know anything more. What I will teach, what I will offer, because I don't know anything more. I pass a lot of the time of my life learning about these social skills and so on, and I don't learn anything more. This was a mistake, but I think about this, and I get. And by the way, pandemic happening around the world. People scared, uh, places closed, fear, and so on. And okay, I started to think about this. Like I'm fake, I'm not real, I'm lying, and so on. And I'm not lying because works. What I thought I teach it for those guys works, but was something like a crisis, an inner crisis. And I start to think I don't want to teach those things anymore because this is a lot of pressure. I'm not the cool guy who get a lot of women and so on, blah blah blah. And I don't will stay with this. I'm done. And I start to get desperate because I had to help in my house. I live just with my mom. My sister are married. My dad leave us when me and my sister I had three and she two, and my dad I'm quote unquote I'm closer at him, but he have another family, and this was really really thrilled to me, really, because I don't want to have a quote unquote normal job anymore because and you can and now I will say to you some things who happens who really makes me don't want to have a normal job at all. Not is a problem. If work for someone not is a problem in a sense of not is wrong at all. But my case, what happened with me was because I started. I think like yeah, I could not teach more this. I can't teach more this because I'm feeling fake and I don't will teach more this. but I had the knowledge to sell marketing, copywriting, uh, selling strategies, and so on. And I start to think, well, okay, so I will work with this. I will helping business who wanted to like selling more and so on. And I start to giving some helping in other business, real estate business, restaurants, and so on. And was was pretty cool, but a problem started to happen. And this was the second turning point who makes me start want to start my own small online business. And I will say for you in a second. Just this is the beauty of we have in our own terms. Okay, just wait a moment. All right. So, okay. So I started to offering my vision and my experience in sales, online sales, and so on. And the thing was, I feel like the person who I was helping, helping are getting results because I saw that person giving interviews and so on. But when was the moment to pay me? That person putting a lot of uh, problems and arguing. It's like, no, this is expensive. You are charging so much and so on. And dude, I started to think, dude, what? I'm charging so much. I don't talk this, but I started to think, dude, I'm charging. We are right here and right now in a restaurant on the bills are two times just those cakes who we eat right now are two times more expensive than what I'm charging for you put your business in other level and I'm charging more so much. And this I started to think, dude, I don't know. But I accept this situation. Like I say to the person, one of the that person, no, all right, we let's keep, and when you make more money, you can pay me more, and so on. And okay, so I start to creating those PowerPoint uh, PowerPoint presentations, so on, to that person make those sales and so on in great and big channels. But in the end, and that person receiving a lot of compliments. I saw on the interviews like the person hearing like, yeah, this is amazing, this way who you are communicating your business and so on, amazing, and blah blah blah, so on. And I feeling happy because behind the scenes I had my touch on this. And when I talk with that person, yeah, I will charge you more right now because it's another work, and will take more time off me. And I already see that person start to glaze over what I'm talking about, like, no, I don't you pay this and so on. And I start to think, dude, I'm done. Because if you already worked for someone, you know, because if you is an artist, when I say this word to you, I'm not meaning you is a famous artist who everybody claps to you and say how amazing and good looking and giving to you paints and giving to you intimate clothes and so on because you is so sexy. No, I'm talking about you is a creative person who have ideas, who want to sometimes have perfectionism and so on. And this can be a mistake or a quality or a weak point, but this is not the point here. And I started to feel like I'm not valued on this at all, and I can't, I can't. So I worked for that person, and I finished my projects with that person, and so on. I gave the projects who I was paid for, but I decided not continue. I I say thanks for the opportunity and so on, but that's it. I will now entering other projects, but I say the all luck of the world to you and so on, and the other person, oh, okay, and all right, again without work. So I start to think, well, what I will do now? What I will do now? Because I have to have money. I have to put food inside my house. I can't depend of just my mom working, and my mom have not the best health of the world, unfortunately, but she is healthy, but she has some problems. And but anyway, you understand, even if she is the most healthy on the world, you have to pay back your parents what they invest in you, and making them feeling at ease, like, right now I can rest, I can do my things because my son, my daughter have their shits handled or in some extent. But on my case, not was happen this, and this makes me really frustrated. And another thing who makes me really frustrated was I saw a ad in YouTube, and I saw something in the ad who I thought like, this ad is good, is amazing, but if that person include just one word on these ads, that person will attract and sell more, attract more clients to sell more. And I go to the Instagram of that person, the social media, and I say to that person, look, this ad is amazing and so on, but if you put this word, and I say that word, if you put this word on your message, on your sell message, you will have a lot of more chances to attract more clients, and that person says, well, this is a good idea and so on, and okay, time pass, and I offering this advice thinking like, yeah, I will give this idea and that person will see works and maybe will want to make business with me or pay me in gratitude of my help and so on. But I leave. I don't. I forget about it. And I started in some day see that same person on YouTube and with a ad, and this ad have the word who I say to the person. And I started to think, look, works that person are using. And I thought at the same time, well, but maybe that person are just testing, and I don't will say nothing. And okay, forget about it again. So time passed, and I start to see more and more that person using the idea who I gave to them. And I thought, well, that person not are more testing nothing. If that person are investing on this, they don't wanna burn money. They are getting results. And I came to the Instagram of the person, the social media inbox, and I say, look, that idea who I gave to you help you and so on, and help you, and that person says to me, well, everything helps, and yeah, maybe yeah, and I thought, uh, all right, and I say no, thanks, okay, and I start to think like, dude, maybe that person will uh, I don't know, think like, yeah, I will pay for this guy something because he helps me and help my business. And I'm waiting until now because I don't receive nothing. And I started to feeling very, not very angry, but I started to think like, dude, I don't you more offering free chips, like one-on-one person, because yeah, exists person who appreciated. I had other clients, other person who appreciated, and I had a relationship until now, amazing. But that person makes me think, dude, I don't will more offering my things because they are making money using my idea and don't give me the even money to I bought I sorry, that person don't are giving any money to uh, maybe I because I remember that person are paying me right now because this situation, I remember now, and this is a good point. That situation makes me think, you know I will make material and sales, giving my way to think and help for a lot of other persons. I don't will offer my knowledge like I go in an inbox of the person and say something because they don't they don't value me at all, don't value at me, and I change the strategy. I will change the strategy, and I started to think when this frustration came, you know, I will do something different. And I start, I start, I start to think how I can offering like selling. This is a point we really really have to hear right now because maybe this is what are making you feeling stuck and don't starting our things. This is the big point. I start to think, but how I can offering my advices and visions if I don't have the fancy car, the fancy house, the billions, the millions on my bank account to show for others how I'm the best on the world to teach and so on, because I don't have fancy equipment yet. I don't have the best scenario and so on. And how I can offering, others don't will believe in me. And maybe you are feeling this, like you have ideas, you have persons who you can help, but you don't have the background, the fancy background behind you, like the a lot of lights, fancy lights, colorful lights, and those things. Who is very beautiful, who's very amazing. But right now you are just hearing my voice, and I'm not showing to you anything, because what I discovered in the end was you just need to have what works. You just need to have what works without feeling like I have to have the best equipment on the road and so on, because I thought this stuck me in ways who you even can imagine. This stuck me. This really was a real problem. Other point, I'm not a person who have thousands of followers on social media. And to be honest about this thing of uh, famous thing, uh, followers and so on, you don't have to have a lot of followers, because it's better you have 10 followers, 50 followers who really pays you and wants really your help, than that thousand of followers who just don't pay attention on you, don't wanna to have your advice, don't really appreciate you, and just wanna to see good pictures in your social media to distract themselves about their lives. Yeah, this sounds harsh and maybe cocky, but this is the truth. This is the truth. You just don't need to have a lot of followers at all, at all, at all. Actually, you don't need to create a lot of. Oh, look, about this thing of creating content. Creating content just is useful for two things. Yeah, two things. Maybe three, but I will say two things. One, make other persons aware of, and maybe you already know this, but I will say for those people who are really beginners, because this is for persons, introverted persons who want to create a small business, but are really beginners. So creating content like this is just to you make others aware of you exist, and creating an organic way without you pay ads to make those persons knows you. Just this, because I can creating this content, paying to social media show for other persons, because like the example who I saw as a ad in YouTube, and I came to the Instagram of the person and offering my advice. I found that person because they paid ads, because was about a niche was about a topic who I'm not interested in what they are offering. So I never will found this because I'm looking for, because I don't will looking for this. Not was my area, not are on my radar or something like that. But the ad appeared to me like sometimes you have idea, you have a knowledge who persons needs, but they don't looking for, searching for, because the way who you are speaking not is the way who they are searching for. Like example, small business for introverts. I don't believe other persons will searching for YouTube how I can create a small business for an introvert. How I can create a small business as an introverted person. The majority of the times, introverted persons are looking for how I can create online business, how I can make money, how I can make money from home, how I can make money through internet, you know? So when you put a ad in front of those people, when you pay a ad, that person, in the majority of the times, they found something who they wanting for, but they don't are searching for. This is really interesting to think about it and talking about, because this is the real thing. In the majority of the times, persons needs what you have to offer, but they don't are looking for because they don't know what this exists. Sometimes persons don't know. Like let's suppose uh, you having a yoga course, yoga tips, yoga knowledge for idea. You have a yoga course just for persons who work from home. Yoga course for persons who have a homework. Uh, yeah, homework. Is homework the word? Yeah, homework. I think is homework. No working from home. Homework. Yeah, you understand the idea. Homework for persons who work from home. And sometimes that person who needs that, who wants that, they don't looking for yoga for persons who work from home. They sometimes are searching on Google or YouTube or in social media about yoga course, and that's it. Yoga course. Don't they don't search in a specific thing. And because of this, your ad can help those people. Can help those people. So, because of this, you have a small online business. Small online business. What I mean by small online business is this: you don't have a business who is big, who attend everyone, who is for everyone. And in the majority of the times, because you don't is a well-known person, a famous person who have a lot of followers, who have a lot of, I don't know, persons looking for your things. This is interesting because I offering advices and I help restaurants too, and I got like free tickets to eat on those restaurants. Amazing food, but anyway, just a side thing to say. Amazing, but anyway, so you offering your things You offering your knowledge, you offering what you know for persons who don't are looking for this because they do. How I can looking for something who I don't know if exists? If you are, like I said, offering a yoga course for persons who are in their homes working from home, how a person who don't knows if exists a course specific for persons who work from home, how that person will search for this, how that person will find you, is really rare. It's really rare. Because of this, ads helps. Other thing, a lot of persons, they creating an ad. This is more about copywriting things. Who is something who we can speak, but not the objective here, the goal here talking about. But I saw a lot of ads who they don't they just spend the money to put the ad on the social media, the YouTube, but they don't have the care about writing on the ad what the person will get clicking on this ad. Like they just offering, like they put a cool image, but they writing like free course and on the title, free course, and on the subtitle, free course here, click now. This is not a exaggerated I don't know if this is the word, but I'm not making a full example to impact or joking about it. Not this happens a lot. That person are spending a lot of money because not is cheap to put in an ad, not is cheap at all. Spending ads is really in some extent is expensive, and if you're not taking your attention or having someone in your team to really writing in the ad words and a message who really will make that person clicks or the right person clicks, you really will spend a lot of money and don't will get any results. And I commit this mistake. Yeah, I commit this mistake. I spend money who I don't had in ads who don't attract the right audience, and this makes me really scared because persons who show it not is the person who I wanted to help, not because they don't are good persons or something like that, but is another type of person, and this really don't helps. Like the yoga example. Let's suppose you is a woman. Maybe you is a man who are listening this, but let's suppose a woman are listening this. You is a woman who teaching about yoga to persons who work from home, but you teaching yoga for women who work from home. In your ad, you don't will write like yoga course for free, yoga class for persons who work from home. Not. Maybe you already get the idea, but I mean, you will write in your ads yoga class for women who work from home. You will be specific. You will be specific because mainly when you are starting, when you don't have a lot of uh, clients yet, who you don't have a lot of quote unquote authority, you just are offering your. Let me see if are recording. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So when you don't have a lot of audience to give your testimonials, yeah, that person, Marie, it's amazing. I'm really right now making a lot of positions, new positions. Sex are amazing. My husband are happy a lot. When you don't have this yet, you have to be specific. You have to be specific. You teach about yoga class for women who work from home. You write in your title of your ad yoga course for women who work from home, or in the title yoga class for persons who work from home, and in the subtitle just for women. Click here. You be specific. You be specific because when you are, this is an example, right? Because you can use another example like uh, exercise for persons who work from home, and on the subtitle just for women. You don't need just to use yoga course. You can use uh, exercise for persons who work from home, and on the subtitle just for women only. Now when a woman see that ad, that woman say, this sounds interesting, yeah, let me click this. And now is about the the page, your website, and so on. This is other topic, but you get the idea. So you create a small online business is an amazing thing because you don't are focusing on great amount of money on the beginning, because I bet you don't have yet a lot of money to put in ads, and you know you are wanting to create a team who will help your first clients, because if you don't have clients yet, you need to start from somewhere. You need to start from somewhere. And this is what makes a lot of persons don't even start. By the way, using your smartphone, you don't even have to have uh, a fancy equipment like was said, because you can create a course, you even can create a ebook, you even can create a audio, you even can create a video course if you like to appear in front of the camera, if you already are comfortable. You can create using your smartphone. Your smartphone have a camera, have a microphone. You can create a ebook using your smartphone. You can create a website using your smartphone. If you don't have a notebook yet, you can create. And sometimes you even have a notebook. I have a notebook, but I don't like to sitting down in a chair and, on the notebook. I like to be on my smartphone because I can do my things while I'm lying down and so on. So I like my smartphone to do those things. I'm creating this for you using my smartphone. I'm leading by example. So because of this, Other important thing. I don't know if you already asked, like, well, but why you don't are creating this on your country, or for people who speak Portuguese? And I have a answer about this. And the answer is because I want to spread the possibilities. Spread the possibilities. Because on my country exist persons who speak English, and those persons who can found me. And for those persons who don't speak English yet, pay attention this, pay close attention this, because this work for you, for you, for sure. So in my country exist persons who speak English, and for those persons who don't speak English but really want what I have to offer, they will do their way, their things. They will have they will do their things to understand. Because when I found those social skills thing, I don't understand nothing about English, but I want so bad solve this that I have to learn in some extent. So I decided, like, you know, I thought, well, on my country already exists a lot of persons talking about this, and why I don't spread and using my knowledge to other persons around the world. Yeah, it's confused. It's confused. And I will confess the other things too. To make money, to get in dollar, to get in euro, to make money in franco, to make money in pounds. You know? Yeah, yeah. Because sometimes uh, on my country exist persons who I can help for free in Portuguese, but I I can't just help for free. I already have this experience, and unfortunately, you already know the history. So you speak in English, you know about English. In some extent, you know about English. Why you have to offering your knowledge just to your country? Not exist just your country who is speaking English. Why, let's suppose you are from Canada. Canada. Not exist just Canada who speak English. You can offering your knowledge to United Kingdom, uh, you can offering your knowledge to let's suppose other country who speak English. You can offering your knowledge to country in Germany, because Germany exists peoples who speak English. You can offering your knowledge to peoples on Europe who speak English. So you put the possibilities in other level, in other level, in other level. So, and in the majority of the times, peoples on this country who don't have the opportunity to learn from persons on their country, like a person who wants to learn yoga, a woman who wants to learn yoga from home. But in Canada, don't have a person who teach this for women. And you are on, I don't know, you are on Swiss, like you are on Swiss, and you speak English, and you can teach a person Canada who wants, a person, a woman on Canada who wants to learn yoga from home. So you can do this. You can do this. You can do ads to Canada for women who wanted to learn, who wanted to start to this thing, learn yoga from home. So why I don't use why I don't use my knowledge at the maximum level? You speak English. Why you just have to offering just to your country? Why? Because this is the thing. When you have clients around the world, make your brand, make your small online business have more authority because you help persons around the world. Around the world. This is not a strategy who is the ultimate strategy and blah 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 so on. But this helps think with me. Think with me. Let's suppose you wanted to learn how to cook an egg in a specific way who is so flavorish and so on, and you found a person who teaches about this, who that person helps a lot of persons around the world to make this recipe. You don't will at least think like, that person helps a lot of people around the world. Maybe this is an interesting thing. This is an interesting thing. And maybe you already found a person who teaches about this from your country. And yeah, maybe you think like, yeah, but I will help a person from my country because, yeah, patriots and so on. Yeah, this works too. But I'm talking about you leverage, you make opportunities limitless, limitless. Because ads, you paying ads, not is just to in your country. You is from like Canada, you don't have to offering your things just for persons on Canada, but on Canada, on Swiss, on Germany, on United States, United Kingdom, a lot of places who speak your language. This is another level. This is another level, and you can make money from others. How is the word? Oh God, how is the word? Currents. Like you can make money in pounds, in euros, in Swiss franc, and it's another perspective just to think about. Exist a lot of countries out there. Sometimes in your country don't exist persons who wanted to learn what you wanted to offer. But in other country exists, in other country who speaks your language exists. So why don't use this at your favor? Why? Why? It's just a question. Why? This is an example. Sometimes I don't find on my country introverts who wanted to make a small business, who wanted to start a small business. So I thought, well, I will offer around the world for other persons who speak English and can understand my English, and I will help those peoples. I will make money helping those peoples. Why not? Why I can't do that? Why? So I start, because this is the thing. I don't want more working in a 9 to 5, not because not is a honor job, a honor way to live and so on, but because I don't like a work environment with a boss who don't will value me, value my time, and I'm not doing what I like to do, like being creative, creating things, giving ideas, giving advice, make things work because sometimes you are putting your best to your work and so on, and your boss sometimes don't say even a thanks, don't even say a good job. Take your wage, and this is it. Take your wage. We will spend in bars at the weekend to forget how you hate your job. Sorry for saying that, but this happen a lot. This happened with me too. So this is just do you think is this a thing to you think about it? I know this is quite hard to to hear maybe, and I had other thing to say for you here, who is I had a thing here. Hmm, just wait a moment. Other insight. And about these things, challenge who you had a lot of the way, along of the way too. When you will start, if you don't are making ads and so on, you don't have a compelling website, you don't have a compelling uh, sales page and so on, who is the page who, like, you create the ad, like the yoga example, like yoga class, yoga course for women who work from home. Right? The woman clicks, and on the page, who this woman will say, you don't speak like the benefits from doing yoga from home, the benefits who yoga will uh, proportionate to the life of the person. You don't speak what the person will get for do yoga course. You don't make the person interested in you. If you don't have this yet, if you don't create this yet, maybe you maybe think like, maybe my thing don't work and my thing don't is the best thing. So you maybe feel will to give up. But this is the thing. Sometimes giving up is the right answer. And I'm talking like I give up. I give up like the teaching about relationships and so on. I feel like I'm faking and I feel like imposter syndrome. This is normal. If you feel this, don't mean you have to give up. My my case was because I just don't want to teach this anymore. I don't want to teach this because this put a lot of pressure to, even unconsciously, being a guy who had a lot of women and so on, and it's just a shit who already makes me. I don't want to teach this anymore. I have this knowledge, thank God. This is good, but I don't want to teach this, at least at the moment. Who knows in the future? But I don't want to teach this anymore. So let's suppose if not is because maybe you don't are getting results from your job right now, who you don't have to continue. Because if you love what you do, if you like what you do, if you have the will to teach this, real powerful will, while I had the will, the powerful will to teach this, I teached this relationship thing with all my passion, with all my passion. But when I lost that, I just don't continue. Yeah, you can sue at me because of that, because you give up, you is weak, and so on. Yeah, all right, you can think this, or maybe you don't are thinking this, but you are getting the idea. So I just start to think like what I can do that I like to, because I like this marketing thing, selling thing, and so on. And why I don't? teaching this. Why? So you don't have to create uh, a lot of content on social media and things. If you spend, you can create content, post a image on social media and so on, but don't. It's better you focusing on do the best with your work than looking good on social media. Like let's suppose let's suppose the yoga example. It's better you always trying to make your course, you make your teachings good and relatable to your audience, to your clients, than put a fancy image on social media with you in a cool place, with a cool car, and so on. It's better you focusing on what you have to offer. Yeah, you can put you in a fancy place and so on. No problem with that at all. But the client are with you just to see this, just to see your life. Because yeah, clients connect with the teacher and so on, but I talk with, in my example, I prefer my teacher showing to me things who works, then they looking good for me, because they looking good for me, but when I will try what they are teaching and don't work for me, I will looking for other person who will help me, who will looking for really helps me. Because I don't know if you agree with that, but what do you think? What do you think? So you are focusing on this, you are focusing on really make content who you are comfortable with, or you are just want to appear like a stunt reach double, because you don't need to be a person who appears rich and so on to teach something. Like you have, if you teach peoples who uh, wanted to get rich. I'm not teaching how to you get rich. I'm teaching, I'm talking to you like how you can start a small business uh, using your smartphone to not make billions but pay your bills. And but yeah, and by the way, not just to pay your bills, like paying your bills and it's just that I just live to pay bills and I don't have money to spending something cool for me. This is included on bills, but my focusing not is how you can get rich and so on, because sometimes your niche, sometimes persons who you help not is enough to make you rich, but uh, not is enough to make you rich, but is enough to make you pay your bills, to make you have a good life. You have like you have money to going out and buying to you uh, cool things, but the focus not is I will get my Gucci thing, now I will buy my Lamborghini and so on. Yeah, you can get that, you can buy that, but this is not the focus. And because this is so putted, I don't know if that word exists, but it exists now. If this is just so putted in your front, then we start to think, oh yeah, I'm good with what I'm doing and so on, but maybe I'm not doing enough, and you start to be invited by these these things like I have to get rich and so on, and you start to losing your drive because you start to think, I'm not getting rich, I'm not getting the things, and so on, and maybe I'm a loser, and blah blah blah, and you start to forget about the most important persons to your business. Yeah, you, but Your clients is the thing. As an artist too, uh, I saw a thing who is artists who don't value their fans. Like, yeah, my fan is good, and yeah, and so, dude, an artist without fans doing nothing. A musician without anyone who hear their music doing nothing. Fans is everything. Fans is the everything to the artist. Is the persons who will spread the word, who will buy tickets, who will buy merch. Is everything. They is the oxygen. So our clients is to be valued, and when our clients don't value us, uh, is the thing who I did. Yeah, good for you and good luck and so on. Thanks for the opportunity. I will search for something who is more aligned with me, but thank you very much for the opportunity. That's it. You don't have even to a client who are paying to you but are shitting in your face, but no, it's my client, I have to open my mouth, shitting on my face, I open my mind even more to rationalize how I can serve you more. I will open my mouth to you, shitting on my mouth. No, no, not this at all. This is gross, I know, but I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about you valuing your clients who are valuing you. Because sometimes a client don't value you, and you will experience that. Happened with me when I start to offering online courses, online ebooks, and so on. Exist clients who just don't like the style, the thing, and okay, good, I understand. Maybe I'm not the right person to show for you the way, uh, but yeah, take your money back, and you know, life continues. But sometimes there will exist clients who even will don't talk with you anymore. You will send a email or a message like, yeah, how you are doing, like you liking the course and so on, and the client don't will reply you, don't will send messages back. Sometimes you block you, and you start to think, I did something wrong, and what I did and what happened, and you start to maybe what I did, and so on. And sometimes not is your fault. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's just the client who are the wrong type of clients who you attracted. Sometimes it's a client who are passing through a hard moment and just putting the charge in you. Exists a lot of problems, a lot of challenges. Having a small online business, not is the fancy and amazing things all the world all the time. Not exist challenge, but you are doing what you love to do. These make the problems don't have uh, so much negative charge, make the negative things look down compared to the good things. But when you are teaching or in a work who you don't like, and you already are getting uh, shit clients. Sorry for the word. Don't exist shit clients, but shit moments of the clients. And so, yeah, sometimes these shit clients, persons who just, I passed through that on my beach work one day. I was on my work at the beach, and a client came and I want a water and so on. And I gave a water to that person, and that person says to me, "Don't exist a less shitty water to I drink," and so on. And I feel humiliated because I think, yeah, I can give to you another water, but you don't need to speaking like that. I think, but I just don't say nothing. Like I just say, yeah, I have I embarrassed, I embarrassed. I just think, no, yeah, I have another for you. All right, and I give another. Day in pass, I found that this client on a supermarket on a cashier attending other clients. So I started and I passed my things on this cashier, on this client of my store. And I say, yeah, good morning, and that person says, see me. And that person, yeah, cool. A little embarrassed. And I started to think, yeah, I understand that person passed through maybe a shitty time in a shitty job. Not a cashier is a shitty job, but maybe the conditions on their work, and maybe they found the first idiot to put their charge, and they choose at me. So I understand. So it's true, sometimes a client who treats you bad, not is because the client see a product is a shit, but because the client are passing through a shitty moment. Do your part, but when you are doing what you love to do, this type of moments, yeah, not is good. It's shit, yeah, sucks. However, you think, yeah, but I'm doing what I love to do. I'm talking about what I love to talk. I like to talk. I have comfortable with, or maybe I'm not so comfortable, but I can like handle with. So this is very, very important. Very important. This is the reasons because I choose to start a small online business, because to start a big online business, uh, or our online business, small online business is just the thing who I mentioned it to you. This word small is for those people who don't are looking for getting rich, but getting a decent amount of money to have a good life, to maybe travel, to maybe helping their families and so on, but don't are looking just to make millions and so on. Can happen, why not? But this is not the main goal. It's not the main goal, so I started because of this, because sometimes you have a lot of knowledge, you have to offering this, but you are offering for persons, you are working for persons who they are getting rich using your ideas too, and don't appreciating you at all. And you feel bad, you feel like you feel so sucked, you feel down, and you start to think maybe I'm sucks, maybe my work not is good, and you are seeing they using your ideas, they using your things. So why you don't doing for yourself? Even small, starting small, but you make a difference to you. Will make a difference to you. So because of that, I start to my small online business. Because if you are struggling with a work who you don't like to, maybe this is a great way to you. Exists a lot of challenges, like I said to you, uh, found clients and so on, creating the ads, and just do you think about this, like offering to other countries who speak your language? Huh, this is a game changer, a really game changer to think about it. So, what I can say more, yeah, is that's it. I think that's it. So, this is the reasons. This is the reasons who I started this. This is the thing. This is my already my journey. So I recorded that in my smartphone, who is a LG, a simple LG phone, using a app called how is the Rec Forge, RECFORGA, Rec Forge, and I'm just uh, recording this, and I will put on YouTube, putting an image. I have an image because YouTube don't have audio. I will put on SoundCloud. I will put on YouTube, and that's it. Let's start in some way. Let's start in some way. Because you can start. You can start. I'm not saying overnight you have your life handled and so on, but one of my biggest regrets on this thing, online thing, is because I don't started before. I don't started before this thing like how to create a small business. I don't show this knowledge about sell online before, because sometimes you think, yeah, I just know just how to teach this, but sometimes not is about just this, not about just this, because a beautiful example, like the yoga thing. You know how to teach yoga for women from home, but you can teach for those women diets, your diet, your running exercise, how you can prepare your food, how you prepare your things to eat, and so on. And those women, your clients, can learn a lot of things from you. And you can start to doing events, but this is for more away, not right now. But you can start small. I suggest hardly to you doing a audio if you but you don't like your voice. My voice not is the better of the world at all, but if you're doing this, like, I don't know if I will do a video about how you can put audio on YouTube, but maybe, but you can creating. How you can start? The first step right now, yeah, you hear about this, you are, yeah, this sounds cool, this makes sense for me, yeah, dude, I relate with something who you say, I passed through a lot of struggles, and I'm motivated. Yeah, what I can, my first steps. Well, first steps, if you don't have like a website yet, if you don't have Instagram with a lot of followers, a lot of persons, so you are starting from the beginning. From the beginning. Well, what I suggest for you is creating an audio, or if you like to write, you can create an ebook, but I will speak audio because it's more easy right now. But create an audio talking about how you learn what you are offering, your struggles, like this. Take this structure example who I used here. You don't need sometimes script or so on. Talking from heart, making a big piece of content. What I found was when you create this type of content, like a large content, like this is a large content. You are attracting less clients, less clients, but clients who, if those clients are with you until the end, those clients are really connected with your brand, really connected. This is a really amazing thing to start. So uh, creating this audio, or you can creating an ebook talking about how you started and so on. If you don't like to speak, the equipment you don't need to. These are proven right now. You have a smartphone and a headphone, a earphone. You have just a app like uh, RecForge. I will put on the description RecForge, and you start to record. No, but I don't know if you are good enough and so on. Not is about being good enough. It's about you offering something who works for the clients. Not for all clients, because unfortunately, not all clients will get the value. Unfortunately. Yeah, I know we want to help other people on the world. Yeah, I relate. But unfortunately, we can't. We can't. Unfortunately. But the clients who we will help, oh my God, those clients will feel very, very grateful, will feel very, very happy to find you. You will receive message like, thank God I found you. Where are you on all this way? All this time, where are you hiding? You are buried where? Oh God, finally I found you. For sure, for sure. I have 100 certain. 100 certain. But how time I will have to uh, spend speaking and so on, the time don't matter. What matters is you pass your message. You talk what you want to talk. You talk what you want to talk. Just this. You talk what you want to talk. And this is it. This is it. Like this example here, this biggest piece of content, like this audio, and I don't know, but I will maybe split some parts to clients who just wanted to experiment a piece of the cake to see if the cake is good, to eat the full cake, but create a big piece of content like this, talking about you, talking about your things, sharing from your heart. Because I say to you, the best clients who you have, not is just the clients who you will get money from. This is amazing. This is amazing. But the clients who you get money from because offering to them. They are waiting for more. They wanting more. They like more. I'm not here like with the setro, the 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 I don't know, the thing in my hand, like I'm the owner of the truth, I'm the savior of the world, I'm the truth. Yeah. No, at all. I'm just talking for you my experience, utilizing some self-awareness. So that's it. That's it. Hmm. All right. And look, struggles is normal. Okay, struggle is normal. You don't is a loser because you don't get at first and so on and so forth. But uh, continue trying to think about it. This thing, I don't know when you are hearing this chat GPT thing. Look, this is not just a AI thing who will use for joking and having a curious thing. This is I don't have words. I don't have words. This is I don't have. This is magical. This is something who. Congratulations for the developers because this is from heaven. This is from heaven. The, I don't have words. I don't have words. But this is another topic for another conversation. I'm just get used uh, yet using this thing, but this will help you so f much. So that's it about these things. I know I said about that's it a lot of times, but that's it. That's it. Other thing important, like you as an artist, because you is an artist. I don't care about you don't have a lot of followers and so on, the best artist, the more rich and so on. Speak what you want to speak. Don't try to be someone else. Yeah, it's the cliche like you can get inspired, you can get inspiration and so on. But why I will buy from the copy if I can buy the original? So be original. Original in the sense of you can get inspiration from others. I get a lot of inspiration for others. But speaking like you want to speak, you don't need to sound so serious and so on. If you're not is a serious person and so on and so forth, you don't need to sound serious. If you is a serious person, you don't need to fake humor and so on. Just speak like you want to speak. Why? And why? Because if you faking something, don't can be sustained. This I learned on this relationship thing. Like when you attract someone because you are trying to look in some way, you attract that person, but that person, when that person finds your real thing, your real truth, that person leaves you. So in the long run, um, don't work, you know. So yeah, think about those things, okay? So thank you for hearing until now. I did that with my heart and with all my frustrations along the way, but I hope this can make you think about it. Not think how cool I am, how well spoken I am, how intelligent I am and smart and blah 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 blah. No, it's meant to you think about it because you can do things different. You can do things different. But I saw a lot of persons who have a lot of good business and they just don't connect with someone to talking about their business, and it's just they feel like how I can say, like they feel They feel like that person are just wanna sell something for me and abandon me, and I don't want to this anymore. So sell for your clients, but take care of them. Take care of them because they are one of your big assets. Clients, really loyal clients. Take care of them. Always trying to make your product and teaching be the most clear and helping as possible. All right, giving your soul. Why? Why? Because you will have the conditions to going out, spending your money, who is your money, in things who you like to buy, spending your things who you like to spend, going out to places who you have conditions sell for your clients. Yeah, yeah, this sounds cliche. This sounds the Google talks here, but yeah. So that's it. Now that's it. So thank you very much for hearing this, and sorry for anything who I said if it don't sound clear and so on. But this is my manifesto about how create a small online business and why I started a small online business and the benefits from. Because the benefits, a lot. Is a lot of challenges, of course, but the benefits are more bigger than challenges. When you are doing what you love to do, okay? Thank you.